use it in a few minutes, okay? I'm going to read you my poem. And what do we say that poems are?
Expressing yourself.
Expressing yourself, right? That's it. That's all. Break yourself with a mindset right now that poetry is like, you know, that Shakespearean these and thous, and it's all these big words that you don't understand and all that mess. No. I want you to express yourself today. Have y'all ever been in a situation where you've been sitting in class and you can tell me the truth? It's okay. The teacher's not listening. He ain't going to punish you for it. You've been sitting in class and, like, you get bored and your mind drifts off somewhere else? Everybody laughs. Oh, of course not. I listen to my teacher all the time. No, we've all done it, right? We've all let our minds drift. Like, this is your assignment right now. I want when you start to do that, when your mind starts to drift off, take that road and see what happens. Run it all the way out. Just run with it. Let your imagination run wild for a change. Instead of, I know a lot of adults always tell you, oh, well, you need to pay attention because this is important to you, right? Is that right? But this time, I don't want you to do that. I want you to find out where that road leads. When I was younger, this is what I used to do. Hopped on my BMX. I had my BMX. I used to love that bike. Loved it. Then, well, now I'm too big for it. So I used to get on my BMX, and where our house was, it was in a subdivision where it was the model house, our house, like all the, you know, other houses and stuff in here. And then like right here was a dirt road, and then it was like rabbits and trees from that point on. I used to get on my bike and just ride through that. I knew the whole subdivision backwards and frontwards. I could go anywhere and everywhere. That's what I want you to do in your head right now. I'm going to read you a poem, and then right after that, we'll set a time on it. I just want you to write about what you feel about that poem. You can say the poem is stupid. I wish this guy with the hat would go away and stop bugging me. Write that down. That's what I want you to do, okay? You can say, you know, I love that poem. That was the greatest poem I've ever heard in my entire life. Write that down. I want you to take that trip, okay? And just write how you feel about something. Is that cool? We can all do that? Give me a yeah. Yeah. All right, good deal, good deal. And if I jack up the Spanish, I'm sorry. I just, you know, I'm practicing, so help me out if I get it wrong. She was probably one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen, with long flowing hair that framed her face beyond compare, and a style that can't be matched or described by anything less than clean. At the moment that I finally recovered, my heartbeat became the same moment that I decided to speak. But here's where my approach would have to be unique. I am predominantly in English speaking, and she was obviously attractively Latin. But I knew I had to say something, so this is how it had to happen. With stylish brim tilted to the side, I slide up next to her, searching my memory of Spanish class lessons for the tightest line, tapped her on the shoulder, looked her right in the eye, and simply said, "Por favor, ¿dónde el baño?" Yeah, some of y'all understood that. With a confused grin, she pointed to the entrance, and away I would go. Looked in the mirror, feeling ignorant, understanding and wondering why I couldn't have said something smoother like, "Como te llamas?" But I wasn't going to let the possibility of a chance to pass, so I washed my face, picked up the pace, and there she was as if she was waiting to hear what I had to say, but she stopped me midstream and said, "No habla inglés?" I said, "Sí." She said, "Well, why wasn't that the first option for you to ask me?" So now let me get to my puente. In this simple moment, God chose to send a lesson to me in the form of bilingual. Never judge a book by its cover, because that would just be stereotypical. Did everybody understand that poem? Yeah. You see what I'm getting at? You like that? Thank you. I just wrote that a minute ago. I said I'm just going to try something and see what happens. I hope they understood what I was saying. So how was my Spanish, by the way?
Good.
Okay, good. You know what I love about